Good everyone, I'm Clever and welcome back to the Clever Report. So a report came out a few days ago that 25% of Nigerian men are not responsible, are not the biological fathers of their children they've been taking care of, providing and protecting all their lives. So a company based in Lagos, Smart DNA, conducted this survey. For the past, that means 25% of Nigerian men, that means 1 in 4 Nigerian men are not responsible, are not the biological parents of their kids that they are actually training and providing for. It's very, very mind-boggling. It's crazy. So I want to read from the Smart DNA's website. I'll put the link below the description so you understand and go and read for yourself. Understand what is happening in Nigeria right now. At Smart DNA, Nigeria's leading DNA testing center, we are committed to providing accurate, reliable DNA testing services and contributing to the broader understanding of DNA trends in our society. Today, we are excited to share a finding from our comprehensive 2024 report covering DNA testing trends in Nigeria from July 2023 to June 2024. Our data shows that 27% of paternity tests conducted at our center came back negative, with 73% being positive. This suggests that majority of the cases, the men seeking testing are indeed the biological father still. In more than 1 in 4 cases, the tested man is not biological father of their kids. Now, this shows you that even though the headline is 25% or 27% of Nigerian men are not responsible, are not the biological fathers of their kids, but 73% still is. So the majority still, but it's still crazy. 25% of Nigeria, we have a population of 200 and something people. That's 1 in 4 Nigerian men are not responsible, are not the biological fathers of their kids. That's a very crazy number. Very, very crazy. So let's keep reading. Our data reveals are interesting geography and demographic patterns in DNA testing in Nigeria. At 73.1% of all testing were conducted in Lagos, with a notable split between mainland, which is 67%, and island, which is 32%. So it's basically like situated in Lagos. Aside from Lagos, 5.5% of people who required or requested DNA tests are from Oyo State, 53% are from Ogun, 4% are from Rivers, and 3% are from Delta. The ethnic distribution of our clients presents another interesting dimension. The Yoruba ethnic group accounted for 53% of the tests, followed by Igbo, 31% of the tests, with Hausa only 1.2% of the tests. This distribution, which doesn't align with the national ethnic demography, shows the prompt discussion about cultural attitudes towards paternity testing and genetic science across different Nigerian ethnicities. Now, this shows us that we are more liberal, matriarchal learning in Igbo culture. So in the Hausa culture, which is more of like standard, even some people will consider extreme patriarchy, you cannot find this kind of thing. It's either they're actually not testing or they actually, their wives are very, very faithful and they don't play these games. Age-related insight from our data shows that majority of tested kids, 54%, were aged from 0 to 5, suggesting their preference for early paternity confirmation. Amongst adult men aged 41 and above, 46% of those between 31 to 40 at 3.7% conducted the most DNA tests. This age group is most likely to have young children and be in financial position to afford testing. This shows you that 41-year-old men downwards, there are millennials and Gen Zers. We're actually not buying this crap of, happy wife, happy life. And because if somebody wants to go for DNA test, that means the person doesn't actually, quote unquote, trust his wife. No. We are going for the facts now. We're not using emotions. We are using logic only. Men were predominant initiators of the contact, obviously, making up its 8% of the first contacts compared to 11% made by women. This shocking revelation suggests that men are more likely to have doubts about paternity or relationships and take initiatives to seek DNA. Yes, it's not because men are actually, not trusting their wives, but it is because of pattern recognition, and we are the ones on the hook for the financial upbringing, for the financial burden of upbringing this child is on the men. So we are the ones that are actually more likely to, seek out this DNA test. Interestingly, 85% of the tests conducted at our center between June 2023 to July 2024 were conducted for peace of mind, highlighting that Nigeria saw DNA tests confirming biological relationship for personal reasons rather than legal cases. Now, in most of these cases, this shows you that even when some Nigerian men actually confirm that these kids are not theirs, just for peace of mind, or sometimes they even still go ahead and act as if everything is good for the family to still be intact. And that point, what noting is that the significant increase in DNA tests for immigration purposes. This increase aligns closely that the ongoing Japa phenomenon as Nigerians seek opportunities abroad. Many of these countries most Nigerians are migrating to for better life. They actually seek, especially when you want to migrate with your family, the DNA testing to show that this child or the children are actually yours. So most of the times, 46% of the time, these are just fathers trying to jab a better life for their children. Well, when you find out that 6 kids are not yours, what are you going to do? As we move forward, we as Smart DNA will continue to leverage our expertise to provide top-notch DNA testing services while maintaining the highest standards of confidentiality and contributing to the broader conversation of DNA trends in Nigeria. This is the problem. This is the problem. I strongly believe that paternity fraud should be criminalized, and a particular jail term for up to 5 to 10 years. We need to start legislating this kind of things, because it is so disheartening and it's so unfair that a man, we don't have reproductive rights. If a girl gets pregnant and decides to abort the baby, he or she can do it, her body, her choice. And if she decides to keep you on the hook for 18 years for that baby in the Western world, but in Nigeria, sometimes through social shaming and stigmatization, you'll bear the cost for the 18 years of that child's life. So you find it funny that we don't have reproductive, although abortion is illegal, we don't have reproductive rights in Nigeria as men. But if somebody lies and commits this paternity fraud, person could go scot-free and the person just say, "Oh, I'm sorry." No, this is not what we need. So Smart DNA's operations manager, Elizabeth Digia, called for urgent intervention through the legal reforms of healthcare integration and public education. According to her, she quotes, Nigeria lacks specific paternity fraud laws, unlike South Africa, leaving men with little legal recourse after years of financial responsibility for children proving not to be theirs. She said, Digia ordered the DNA testing to be integrated into the family health programs and premarital counseling, stressing that the misconception is still fuels mistrust. So I personally believe, I wish Nigerian politicians would look into this thing, and we need to make DNA testing very, very, like, before a man signs the birth certificate in the hospital, he should be able to know if this child is truly his. And some people come with the argument of, yeah, it brings less trust and lack of trust in the nuclear family or in the family at large. But as a man, would you actually, risk offending your wife for that, few hours or few days, and knowing that this child that is you're going to be paying for the rest of your life, most likely, is actually yours? So when people make this argument, tell them to put themselves in the shoes of men. Put themselves in the shoes of men so that they will know that, imagine, having a family of 7 or 5, and 3 or 4 of them, or even most likely, all of them are not yours. How would you feel if you're a man? So these are the cases, these are the things. It's feeling like serious chaos online. Some people are for it, some people are against it. Personally, I think we should legislate it, and the lawmakers should look into this so that paternity fraud cases should be heavily criminalized. So there's no incentive for people to commit paternity fraud. This is my own opinion. So give me your opinion in the comment section. Like and subscribe. Turn on the post notification to be notified anytime I drop another video. May I love you, and God loves you more.